Again, we have our ushers to help you out with a handheld mic, or we also have a microphone stand here. Just feel free to raise your hand, and we'll call you up to for your turn. Don't worry, I know the first is always the most difficult. Our Q&A is just more than just or our open forum is more than just a Q&A. So it's about listening, understanding, and getting to know more. It's fine. Don't be scared. We don't eat. We don't eat people.
We can also welcome the student publication. They're also here.
Oh yes, let's also welcome the student publications from our respective schools. Yes, can I see all of the school representatives? Yay, let's go. Okay, again, for our first question, we have here.
Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning po, our dear board. I am Jornaliana from Central Scholar University. So for my question, last year po, the league has introduced the G-on-G basketball and the competition for photojournalists. For this year, is there any new sports or programs to be introduced or for us to be excited?
You can also address to Joey the
So the question po is for everyone in the board.
Okay, for WNCAA, I think. We will continue the 3-on-3. It's our second year as inter sports, but this year we're going to have it only for the midgets division. I think they're more excited looking at this little ones playing basketball.
Thank you. For our next question, yes, please feel free to go to our mic there.
Hello, good day, everyone. Board of Trustees. My name is Rochelle Sepshon, and I'm from the Philippine Women's University. And of course, good day, Chairwoman Miss Vivian Manila. This is my question, and it's for you. So the WNCAA has always stood for empowering women through sports. With this year's theme, Breaking Barriers, Building Legacies. How do you see it inspiring younger generation of women athletes?
I think we could request Sister Irene to answer that because they were the ones who created the theme. Okay, Sister?
Well, I just share briefly. I always believe in the power of the word. As we say, word create worlds. So the theme, as I mentioned, is not just a slogan. It will unfold. It will unfold. Let us allow the event, allow the circumstances, allow the experiences to surprise us. Is that okay? But what's important, we can only enter and appreciate the surprises if we give ourselves fully. So let's participate, let's cooperate, let the whole experience an experience of communion, of unity among women, and our capabilities and our graces to bring transformation, particularly to our country. So, thank you.
Thank you, Sister Irene. For more questions? Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, board. My name is Maria Christine Mariel Hagen from the UST Angelicum College Student Press. So for my question, it is targeted towards the board for the WNCAA. Acknowledging this theme, breaking barriers and building legacy, I would like to know for this season, what barriers are you currently targeting to break? And what legacies would you like to build upon that?
If I'm going to ask you, what do you want us to do? Yeah,
We'll see.
you know we can do it, but we would like to ask you as a student athlete also, we're building the school publications, a group also, so that you'll be the one to be covering all the events of WNCAA. If I may ask, what do you want us to bring?
Well, in my opinion po, I see that since this is a very big thing from the WNCAA, apologies po, I believe that barriers that should be broken, especially since we're focusing on the women's athleticism and building legacies, is that we must really acknowledge not only the young ones, but those who has been experienced and has been trying their best and show that it is not only a barrier to show the sports legacy within them, that it is not being fully publicated, but in my opinion, as a student press, I believe that everybody has a voice and we should also acknowledge their voice, especially through their progress in this league.
Wow, we will do that. Yes, I believe in you. I think all the representatives here, we have the same reasons why we're so happy that Assumption College was able to get this as our theme for this season. Actually, there were questions already. Who thought of this theme? Of course, Assumptionistas. And we will do what you have suggested. Okay?
Thank you po.
Yeah. And I think we have started with Alex Ayala. Wow. Before, they're only after the men in tennis. Now, we're showing that there are other things that women can also be proud of.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Manila. No, I think because I think it will be best for us to discuss how we did go through the process because this is the theme of the WNCAA this year. Here in the Assumption, every school we do institutional thrust, and we do follow the same process. Sometime in March, we gathered all our varsity captains, and we went through the discernment. Because for us, before we take on that responsibility of hosting the WNCAA this year, we would also want to know our focus in hosting. So we went through, it's a whole process in terms of, we call it conversation in the spirit. So we started with, of course, history of WNCAA so that our athletes are aware of it. And then we started with the prayer of discernment. We used the gospel parable of the talents. And we had that's the first reflection and discernment of the athletes. And then second, we have the situationer in terms of what is the women in sports, international, and even in the Philippines, local issues that our athletes, our women athletes are experiencing. So another discernment and discussion of the athletes. And then last, what is the challenges and direction that they would wish for us to, or what we are called for. And that's where the theme come up with in terms of breaking barriers and building legacy. And that's how we would want, as the host for this year, Assumption College, that's one thing that we would want to impart. And to acknowledge, of course, the different challenges and acknowledge the different barriers that was broken down by the athletes that came before them and how they are going to perform this school year or this WNCAA season. And at the same time, in terms of the legacy that they can also bring forth to the future generation of athletes. Thank you.
It's a very beautiful question from our students from the UST Angelicum College. Another perspective would be, sometimes we think of breaking barriers, something grand, na dapat lahat ng sports may women division or something like that. In a different perspective for our students, junior high school and grade school, the breaking barriers there is also breaking yung stereotype within yourself na I'm scared, I think I'm not capable. The moment that they accepted that I can do this, win or lose, that's actually a way to break barriers. And another for legacy, we have young ones, grade school. And sports for them is just after school trainings or hindi pa like unlike us na former athletes na we saw it like profession or something na kikita ka ng pera or may future. Making legacy, yung part na yan, it's like starting point here in school as training grounds for our girls they can start actually legacy or building legacy one step at a time. Maybe they just want to join for fun, but later on, they will see the potential of sports in their life. Um, a lot of our athletes nowadays came from humble beginnings. We are very fortunate to have girls na very privileged and they have money for them to train and at least have enough resources to further their trainings. Through that, I hope we can inspire other girls from other schools that building legacy is should start from school. Us from the BODs or from the different organizations, school representatives, we have big role, and our words, our encouragement, can really fuel the building of legacies to these young adults. So yun po. Thank you.